This is the story of a Nigerian family that was once happy. A father, Kunle, a disciplined military officer. A mother, Amaka, beautiful, smart, suddenly alone. And their daughter, Chidima, the heartbeat of the house. They didn't have everything, but they had love. And Kunle believed one thing: if I can just finish this deployment, the allowance will change our lives. New apartment, better school for my daughter, fresh start. But here's the problem: to get that future, he had to leave them behind. And to keep them safe while he was gone, he had to trust someone. In an evening in a Nigerian compound, Kunle visited his younger brother Emeka. Emeka, I'm being deployed again. Please help me. Let Amaka and Chidima stay with you for a while. When the operation money is paid, it will be enough for us to start over. I just need them to be safe. Emeka, smiling confidently, said, You don't even have to ask. She's your wife, but she's also family. Your daughter is my niece. They can stay here. Kunle felt that weight leave his chest. That night before he left, he held Amaka. When I come back, things will be different. I've calculated it. The money will be enough. Amaka fighting tears, because in that moment she realized she was about to face life alone again. But what she didn't know was loneliness makes people take dangerous comforts. At the front line, Kunle fought like a man who had something, someone to return to. One night in camp, he called his closest friend in the army, Sergeant Bello. Kunle handed him a slip envelope and some documents. Bello, if anything happens to me, take this to my wife. This is everything: her entitlement, what to claim, how to get the money. Tell her I didn't forget them. Tell my daughter I loved her. Nothing will happen to you, Bello said, but I promise if it does, I will deliver it. A few days later, Kunle was killed in combat. And this is where the story would have ended. Hero dies, family gets taken care of. But real life is not always neat. Back in Nigeria, the news tore Amaka apart. She screamed, she wept. The world became slow and heavy, and the only person close enough was Emeka, the same brother Kunle trusted. Emeka took them in. He provided food, a roof, company. Days became weeks, and slowly grief became dependence, and dependence blurred lines that were supposed to stay clear. Weeks later, Bello returned from the mission, tired, worn, but loyal. He went straight to Emeka's house with the envelope. Lisu Chidima saw him and ran. Daddy's friend. That nearly broke him. Bello, sitting gently, said, Kule talked about you every night. He wanted you to be okay. This is the money and the instructions that were released. It's not everything yet, but this is what he died to send. As he handed it over, he noticed the way Amaka and Emeka looked at each other. Not like in-laws, like people sharing a secret. And that moment, Bello realized something was wrong. Bello's tone changed. Amaka, you're staying here now with his brother? Emeka rushing in to explain. Bello, you don't understand. She couldn't live alone. I was only helping. Kule trusted you. He begged you to protect them, not replace him. Amaka crying. You don't know what it's been like. No money, no house, no support. He was the only person helping me. Bello being hurt while his body was barely in the ground. Emeka stood up, shoulders raised. This is family business. You are an outsider. Don't come here and judge us. Bello, voice breaking, angry. I watched that man die. I listened to him talk about his wife and daughter. I promised they would be safe. And I come back and find this. Voices rose. Emeka moved toward him. Bello was a trained soldier. Reflex first, questions later. In the struggle, a gun was drawn. One gunshot, Emeka fell. Amaka screaming and rushing. Emeka, she grabbed at Bello in blind grief. Second gunshot, Amaka dropped beside Emeka. The house went silent, except for the small, terrified sobbing of little Chidima. This was supposed to be a story of loyalty, but it just became a massacre. Bello looked at the two bodies, at the envelope on the floor, the money a soldier died to send, at the child who now had no father, no mother, and no uncle. He whispered almost to the air, Kunle, I tried to protect them. I didn't know your own people would do this. The weight was too much, not from the enemy, but from betrayal at home. Chidima crying, Uncle, please don't. But guilt is louder than a child's voice. One final shot. And just like that, 3 adults were gone because one man trusted the wrong person. 3 adults dead, 1 little girl left alone. A soldier died honorably, but the people he trusted with his legacy dishonored him. Sometimes, the real battlefield is not Sambisa, not the creeks, and not the desert. Sometimes, it's the house where love was supposed to live. What happened to Chidima after this? Did the army find out? Did anyone ever get Kunle's entitlement? If you want to hear what became of the little girl who watched everything, stay with this channel, because some wounds don't end with gunshots. They start there.